It's that chat, come join the fun. Laughing, sharing everyone. Heart to heart, we're never apart. Together we make the best of
This is where I can get my angles. This is where I can get my angles.
Welcome back to another episode of SistaChat TV.
And sign language. TV. CV. They say we get sign language now. The couple to sign language.
You know what? Okay. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Sister Chat. I'm First Lady Hetty, and
Inkai.
Sister Ya Papa B, the only Sister Ya. The Sister Ya Hinka. Yeah, so welcome again to another episode of Sister Chat TV. We have missed you all. It has been a while. We are praying that everyone is doing very well. Sister Ya is trying to get her hearts. It's not working for her, but it's okay.
We'll get the heart. We need to call IT. IT for no way.
IT for they don't know. They don't know what's going on.
And no more offer now.
Them could break.
Okay.
So we want to thank you all for joining. If you don't know where to find us, please note that we are on YouTube at SistaChat TV. That's where we post all of our videos. It is Sister with SISTA Chat CHAT TV. You can also find us on TikTok at SistaChat TV and Instagram on SistaChat TV 25. We are working on our Facebook page, but you can follow us on any one of these platforms and our personal platforms as well. And please, yes, please like, share, subscribe. Please like, share, and subscribe. We have loads of videos on YouTube. Please just click the link. Just click it. For 5 minutes.
It's your good deed for the day.
Click it for 5 minutes. Not market said.
Yes, click it for 5 minutes. Shaggy no. You better not have cast out for 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Just know you click it for 5 minutes, you get a grip of what we're talking about. You're like, you know what, this conversation is kind of interesting, right?
And you just pass it on.
And then you keep on going, keep on listening. But please like, share, and subscribe on our various platforms. Sister Ya, today you are giving us a vacation in paradise.
I said Donna Summer's visa. Okay, Donna Summer. And I won't need Donna Summer's song.
I don't know any of her songs. I know that you may be more familiar.
I was alive. And I know one.
You know what? Okay. Don't know, but you are giving us Hawaii paradise. And look, we're matching. Your earrings match my... Okay. Great minds think alike. But you're looking good, Sister Ya. Looking young.
Girl.
Looking young. Yes. Yeah. But today we're going to have a discussion, right? These are our own personal experiences. I just want to take note of this. Our conversations are always authentic and very honest.
Yeah.
So we want to take you on a journey, right?
Oh, not the journey.
Girl, we're taking you on a journey. All right. A scavenger hunt. So, no, we're going to take you on a journey. So today we want to talk about dealing with childhood trauma. You know, sometimes you have to have episodes where you can laugh, but then sometimes you got to talk about things that are real and things that are personal. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about childhood trauma.
Yep.
And so we're going to kind of take you all on a journey of our life, right? Yep. Let me tell you something, that if you see us on this screen, okay, if we are able to laugh, to chat, and to do all of those things, just know it is by grace.
By grace. Should I raise a song?
Special sisters. Where there, Mama Okwan?
Remember crying home.
Mama Okwan.
Or any a request.
But Dominic, because where there and you be a beba Okwan.
Okay, we the young call a Yamin fan to my yet. Because it's so crazy that now I wasn't Yamami.
So now I'm Mama Okwan. No,
Yamami way no.
I took off.
Ever.
Yami no, I don't know better when you're okay.
Oh, what metal.
So
Okay,
anyhow, if we are where we are in life, it is simply by the grace of God.
By the grace of God. Oh my God.
Because one thing, like I want to just put this out there so it can be, just put out there.
Mm-hmm.
Childhood trauma is very real,
Yeah.
right? The things that you go through in your childhood mold you to become the person that you are in your adulthood. It has impact in your marriage. It has impact on your parenting. It has impact on your relations with people and etc. And so I always say that you're a product of your environment, right?
Yeah.
And so good, bad, indifferent, ugly, whatever it is, that's what makes you and molds you. And everyone, honestly, grows out of childhood traumas in a different way. Some people, they are able to grow out of it and it kind of builds them to become better versions of themselves, though they may have flaws here and there, but overall they're okay. Some people are so traumatized from it that they can't get out of certain cycles and it kind of leads to other things in life. So there are different ways that people handle childhood trauma, but it is very real.
Yes.
And I think it's not talked about enough as it should be. But we kind of want to take you on a journey, like our upbringing, right?
I feel like also it's not talked about, I think, especially in our community.
Yes.
Childhood trauma.
Yeah, sister, mama be so. As a
What
child,
trauma?
Wouldn't it who are you?
What do why? Who are they?
Who are you to even say that you are stressed as a child?
You can't even say, "Oh, ma, what do you mean?" Just explain it. What do you mean, cry? No, it's something.
No. You can never do that. So it's like you have, like, the thing is, I feel like even growing up, you don't have a right to ask, why is this happening? Or, and the thing is, and we're talking about this, but I also want to say that to mommy's defense, that the reason why for us, I feel like we never even asked these questions is that we saw what she was going through. Like, just as much as we were going through a lot of stuff with with stuff that was going on, she was equally going through a lot of
her own
right.
struggles.
So it was kind of like we didn't even there's no question. She doesn't have the answer for us. We go, no cry. Oh, she's going through it, right?
So many things that burden her. Yeah.
Right. And so, yeah, we're gonna go on a little journey. So, just to kind of give a little background of us. Sister, do you want to start? So when you are the elder, and to the elder will go first.
Well, so I would say this, okay? Me, I was born in Ghana, and I remember, I don't remember mommy, like living with mommy or anything when I was younger. Right. I always lived with the grandparents because she came here, and then she came and got me when I was, I think, maybe 8, 7, 8, 9. That so coming here, even it was BB because when I came here, you two were born when I got here, and so it was different because I knew I had sisters, but I had never even met you guys until I came here.
And how old were you?
I want to say 8. I want to say about 8 years old.
Wow. Okay.
I was about 8 years old, and so I would say even like the relationship that I had with mommy was I had more of a relationship with my grandparents than I did with her. So everything was just different, and like little things that, like even my food, right? When I came also when person no milk, we are singing, no the point. She wants you to eat cheeseburger, she wants you to eat this, she wants you to eat this.
Right.
Those are the things that I like. I didn't eat those things.
Mm-hmm.
First, I didn't. Yeah, interruptions, yeah.
David, what that was? Jeremiah, thank you. These kids.
And
What that was?
thank you. And so it was just kind of.
No, let's just know you can't do anything. Like,
So
I'm sorry. I have to mute to get the kids out. Like, I mean, sister, yeah, bro. Yeah, but yeah,
hey,
what that was. Where you guys all part of this is reality. This is
Ninya,
reality.
more try me more shit, me back.
You know what? I mean, you know, this is real life.
This is just the kind of stuff that we gotta go through.
You gotta go through.
But see,
Okay.
I'm on no say show many so. And so it was just kind of, strange
Right.
and the dynamics, but when I came here, we were all small, so getting along or anything like that was not difficult at all. But it's
So let
just
me just hold on. Let me do my calculation. So you came when you were 8.
Mhm.
So I must have just have been born.
Oh, you were a baby, yeah. You were a
I was like
baby,
a newborn, and I
yeah.
was cute too. Yeah, I was. Yeah, just
That
no.
one more man, no, I say, let me soon. It's a different. I can't remember, but all the same.
All right. So
Thank you.
thank you. All right. So okay, yeah. So yeah, it was because for me, like I was so small when you came that I didn't even know that
Yeah,
you weren't like you've always been here with us,
yeah,
right? And so for me, like when I like my how I saw our world, I saw us in a 2-parent home. I always saw us as like, middle class. Both our parents worked, they paid bills. It was a happy little family,
yeah.
right? Um, and I had, you all, I was the baby, so of course, I got everything I wanted. Um, and then so for me, I didn't even know like you came from Ghana and all those things. And it was like our age gap was so big that it was like you were like a second mom. Like you fed me, you did my hair and all
The
those
French
things.
rolls, I introduced the French rolls
Yes,
and the
ma'am.
ponytail.
You did all of that. But
Yeah.
I feel like so for me it was fine for a while. And then when we were in, Fort Worth, it was fine. And then we moved to Arlington, right? And Arlington, it wasn't bad. The only bad I remember with Arlington when we first moved there is because if you remember when we stayed in Windscape, we stayed on the first floor. And I
What
remember
Windscape? Oh yeah, Windscape. Yeah.
we were sitting in our room one time and there was like literally a dead mouse to my left next to the door. I will never forget.
I don't recall that.
Because our house was like it was on the first floor and it was like the grass and stuff was behind.
Yeah,
And
the
so
grass.
we used to have like there used to be like pests and stuff. And I just want to note, although this is not what we're talking about, I've always like because of that, like I'm so when I see mice, I'm screaming like a baby. It was bad. But that
Yeah.
was like the first time we had like something that was like negative because I'm young, whatever.
Right.
Then we had moved upstairs to the second floor.
Upstairs. Yeah.
We went to the second floor. At this time, we're still normal kids. We have both mommy and daddy in the house. Of course, they have some things that they had going on as kids, but we're oblivious to it because, I mean, what can we do?
Right.
And then we went to the second floor. And then I remember that daddy was like, he wanted to go and do some business so that we can get some more money.
Right.
Right. And for me, I think that's when for my world kind of just I didn't know what
Because he left.
he left,
Yeah.
right? So so when daddy left, he went to try to do something and it didn't go well. And then it kind of resulted in him having to eventually be deported for some activities that we will not disclose on air. And so he was then had to be deported. So now it was a two parent home that's now converted into a single parent home.
Yeah.
Like, was that your same experience or was that different?
No, it was the same thing. It was
Okay.
just, it was, and it was kind of like out of nowhere. And
It
I
was so
almost,
out of nowhere.
but like, if it was now, and it happens in a family, the family would sit the children down, kind of explain what's
No.
going on. None of that.
Right.
It was just like, just one day, just gone.
Right.
Yeah.
So he eventually had to leave. And I was like, my world I was just so traumatized by that because now it's like mommy's a single mother and she wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah.
And now she's having to take care of her household. So now she had a job, now has to go get another job. Right. Okay. And that's when for me everything just went the
Left.
worst. It went left. So she's a single mother taking care of all these girls, and she's also helping back out at home with her family abroad. And so it was just stress upon stress upon stress. Even the fact that we were like a single parent home, I was so ashamed of that because like everybody around us, like in
Yeah.
our cousins, the ones we spend time with, everyone had their mom and their dad. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then to find out that your dad isn't there, and it was like I just felt like, why us? You know what I'm saying? And I'm young at this time, and I didn't really understand what happened and why it happened, but it happened after all. Okay, fine. So, and this, of course, mom is going, she's trying, she's doing her best. People are coming in and out of our lives that are either helping or hurting us, right? Causing so much kind of, it was just, honestly, I felt like that was like a time in my life I was just so unhappy.
Yeah.
So unhappy. I remember we used to go to school, and mommy didn't have much, but she was doing her absolute best. I remember we used to go to
Yeah.
school, and you remember she had opened that restaurant, right? Girl, and let me tell you something, that restaurant alone traumatized me because I
I think
remember.
that's where my trauma was. I've never, I don't know. I just feel like I just have tough skin. So it just
Yeah.
takes a lot. It takes a lot. And that right there was one of maybe the worst moments or the lowest moments. I was in high school, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
I was in high school. And when that restaurant came about, there was somebody else that was also in the house, um, that I didn't feel had our best interest at heart.
Okay.
I felt like there were a lot of times where mommy felt, because she was just trying to provide for us. She was just trying to provide. She had many opportunities. I think that's when that whole living thing started,
The
around
what?
that time. Living, is it living?
Living. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Living or leaving, whatever they call it. Living started. And
Right.
she got an opportunity where she could go and take care of, I think it was two people, and make like a whole bunch of money.
Right.
But what she kept thinking about was like, I have three girls. If I
Right.
leave them, I'll come back, two will be pregnant,
Right.
one would have ran,
We've always
you
been
know?
her. Yeah, we were always her priority. Like she did everything around us. Like her girls, her girls, her girls. And it's true,
Yeah.
she had opportunities. Like some people would have probably thrown us to the wolves.
Oh, and just went because of
Yeah,
how much money. But I feel like that's also why she made some of the decisions, like
yeah,
where, when that little restaurant
right,
had us smelling like,
right. So let me tell you about the restaurant. The restaurant. So I remember we were in charge of the fish, right? So every night we had to clean the fish. It didn't matter if that's what we did every night before we went to sleep. And then every morning they
but
would
that was
fry.
before, since they say Ukoto fish, they clean the thing off. They
Right,
take
we
the
had to
thing
do
off.
that. There
We
we
had
had
to
to
do
do.
that.
Yeah. So we were cleaning the fish, and then every morning they would fry the fish. And this isn't a time where we care about opening the windows and stuff like that. They were frying fish in the house. So every morning, every day we went to school, we were smelling like fish.
Oh, just
Just
imagine.
imagine.
Can you imagine
Imagine.
They say, "Well, pastor, that was smelling like stew, crying out dimika."
Oh no, we're crying. I was like, no near will be. So every day we were smelling like fish, and I at this
Tilapia.
time I'm in elementary, and kids are cruel in elementary, right? So I was being called the fish girl, like, and then
Oh,
I was very dark. I was very dark, so I was, Miss Seeley. I was so yeah, my bro,
why they have to call you Sealy?
Seeley, because
Oh,
you know, and
sister.
then and
Why
that's
not?
why I didn't even like my name. I didn't like my name, Henrietta, because they used to in high school call me Harriet Tubman. Girl, those kids in elementary, they're so cruel. Hmm.
Dang, I thought I had it bad.
Girl. So I was Harriet Tubman. So
Not
I remember
Harriet
like on
Tubman.
the first day of school, I used to like if school started at 7, I was there like at 6:45, knocking on the teacher's door and saying, please, my name on the roster is Henrietta, but I go by Nikki because my middle name is Nicole. Like I had to do this every day, right? So, so I
What?
used to have to like they would cook and then we would smell like food to school every single day. And American kids, they don't understand that. Like what? That doesn't even make any sense.
Oh
So we
my
used
God.
to have this smell on us. And I don't know how was you were in high school.
I was in high school, and it wasn't easy for
Yeah.
me either
Yeah.
because that was before she say, "Hey, everybody, me free Ghana, me free say, me free say." Sometimes let me free Jamaica. Yeah, from me, Mia. What I
You know
say?
what? Shaba, not you from Jamaica.
Let me free Jamaica because you couldn't be from Africa.
Yeah.
Not
That wasn't
Wasamba. You
yeah.
could not. That just wasn't the thing.
It's so true. Like my friends didn't know I was from Africa until I was like in high school.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
That
crazy.
was not it. And so I remember it was one night I would go to school, just smell like fish all day, hair stink, like your clothes stink. It don't matter. You could have put them
Yeah.
clothes at
And
the
don't go
bottom of.
add spray. Don't go spray. Not no I have some to cry.
Say, man, let me name. Let me name. And so I went to the mall, got some samples.
Oh my
And
god.
so them samples, girl, just a whoosh, you could clean your boom. Plus fish. How about that one? Are you crazy? And so,
Oh my gosh.
Nana, I used to go to this night class with Nana,
Mhm.
and he said, "Man, they talking about you. They talk." I said, "Why?" He said, "Everybody, you got to get that fish smell off." Like, and I don't know why it is that that just didn't come to me until he said that.
Yeah.
That like, I just
Yeah.
be walking around like la 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 la, didn't think of anything, but he's like the whole school. It's like you're on your cycle like all month.
Wow.
And that was the most embarrassing thing
Yeah.
that I had ever experienced.
Yeah.
And it's not like you can come and say, so y'all need to stop smelling, frying the
Frying
fish, or
fish.
y'all need to start frying it outside because I'm going to school smelling like a fish.
No. Yeah.
And so it's traumatizing. It is traumatizing because
Because
you
you're
don't
being
want to have
picked, you're
friends.
being picked, you're being, and the
Yes,
thing is, you're being bullied at school.
yes,
And back then, it was like bullying, it happened. But I feel like with us, it just made us tough and
yeah,
rough.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like with me, it gave me such thick skin that like even when you try to talk about me, I was just like I would just
right,
find a way to return it,
yeah,
right? So it was just it just made us a different type of person, which is different from now. Like now when children go through certain things, it has
yeah,
like an emotional effect and all of those things.
yeah,
So yeah, those, and so then it got from worse to worse, right? So we moved into a house. The house situation was in and of itself. I mean, that's a long story that we just okay.
right.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Mommy still, once again, she's a single parent trying to just make it work. She's busting her butt. And all of the time she's going through so many health issues and stuff because this is having a toll on her health. And I remember one time when she had that surgery from her ear
Yeah,
surgery. And I was so scared that we were going to lose her.
Yeah.
I was like so scared to death. And she was like, at that time, I'm like, what, what's going to happen? Because daddy's not here and it's just her. God being so good, she got through that, right? Then we kind of hit rock bottom.
Yep.
We hit rock bottom. And then hit rock bottom, we went to, and at this time we hit rock bottom, and I was kind of, I was torn emotionally because it was like that was the time that you went for your modeling gig, and
Okay. Mm-hmm.
you came back with child, okay? And then when you came back with
I'm married
child,
now.
I'm married now. Yes, I feel it. I'm sorry. So you came back, and then eventually you also had to go and be with your husband, right? So we've already experienced daddy leaving, right? And now big sis, who was like mom, is leaving, right? Okay. So this is me, and I'm only speaking for myself. I know how you see it is completely like your angle's different, but
Yeah.
for me, it's so now you've left, and now it's just us and mommy, and it's getting hard. And mommy's like, she can't stay in this house anymore, so we had to go to. We
Keep
had
talking.
to.
Memo on this shit, maybe. Hold on.
Sister, there we had a menino.
Maybe, Ashley.
Menino.
One second. That was let me do no. Tough right.
Okay, thank you. So then now it's like mommy has to rearrange herself, and now we have to move from this house that we were in and move to an apartment that was kind of like a low income apartment, right? And I remember the first day we moved in that apartment, like we cried like babies. Yeah, you su mama. Because it was like I felt so embarrassed, right? And I felt so bad for mommy because it was like after she's trying so hard, and it's like she can't catch a break.
Yeah.
But we cried because it was like we felt so embarrassed that now we have to tell our friends that this is where we live, and everybody knew that where we were living was like a low income place.
Yeah.
So we were so embarrassed. We cried that whole first night, and then it was like because we needed assistance, and mommy was like getting assistance, with food and things like that. We were just like at our lowest.
It was the lowest. Yeah,
that was our lowest point, right? And then to add it to make it worse, we could catch wind that daddy done passed away.
Yeah.
And it's like can it get any worse, right? So I remember, I'm going to be honest, I've had some huge separation anxiety when I was young, because I remember like when anyone would come and visit us and leave, I used to cry like a baby.
Yeah.
I used to cry like they were, because in my mind I felt like they're leaving and I'm not going to see them anymore.
And you're not going to see them anymore.
Yeah, so I remember when Papa and Mom came and they left, I was just so like, oh my God, I'm never going to see them ever again. I was so like emotional. When like Mommy used to travel, I was so scared. It was so weird. Like it was so much.
I mean, that's that trauma. That is
Right.
that trauma. You know what I'm saying? It starts early, and we at that time, it just wasn't something you could talk about. It wasn't something that you could go and tell mommy. I mean, you could tell mommy, but what's she gonna do about it?
Well,
You know
yeah, there's
but
not much she would do about it.
Yeah, I mean, times have changed, and I'm actually glad that kids are able to express themselves, or they express themselves more now than we could have ever done, because that's a lot. That's all that death, and in between all that, don't forget about Auntie Awu. Don't forget about Mommy. Like all these people.
And then Papa passed, and it's like we've lost. Like so, it was like just back to back to back. It was just a lot. Yeah. And then so I was so like when people. And so I remember when I started, and this is the thing, like all of these things that I'm going through are kind of like built. And I know I'm kind of being selfish on this chat, and I'm going to be a little selfish because
it's okay, because you know what, this is a therapy session for you.
Thank you.
Okay? Because I was gone. I was married.
As married now. Thank
I'm
you.
married now.
But I mean, I know
So
you have your own. You have
yeah,
your own story. We might have to share that next time. But so then all these, we lost daddy, and then but mommy's still kind of pushing through. I remember like even with that, it was just like, okay, what happens now, right? And then I was once again like asking myself, why us? Like
yeah,
now we don't have a dad. At least we knew he was in Ghana somewhere, but now we don't have a dad. Okay, fine. We're still trying to push through. Mommy's trying to push through. She finally, she gets a job. She's getting a good amount of income. We're able to move to a better place, which we could see the high, we could see that it was getting good or whatnot. And I feel like all of these things that we're going through in our life, and all these things that we're experiencing, it makes you become it makes you who you are, right? And for me, when you're young and you're going through these childhood traumas, because you don't know how to handle it and you don't know what it is, it doesn't make you a better version of yourself. It actually makes you a worse version of yourself, right? So I feel like that had a lot to do with how I reacted, how I was always upset, how my mouth was so hot. Like it was just
right.
all of these things play a toll on how you react and how you
Yeah,
see things.
it's just a
You
lot
become
of emotion, and you don't know. You probably didn't even know at that time what was going.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
So yeah,
And you're like angry, you're like you feel so many emotions. And so coming out of that now, it's like I realized that a lot of the things a lot of the things and the way I reacted has a lot to do with what we've gone through. Like we have gone through so much, like just physically, we've gone through so much, even with like spiritually. Like there was a time when we were trying to find a place, to worship. We were just hopping, girl. We were hopping. We
church
were Methodist for
girl.
a moment. We were Catholic, Anglican, Yakobe, baby. I mean,
Aka Buddha,
Buddha.
and then
I
Moss.
mean, we've got every
That's
type
it.
of
Bia Yakobi. You know what? Somunyo.
I
And what?
mean, like we've gone because we were trying to
Yeah.
find something, right? And so then eventually, God being so good, we were introduced to the church.
Yes.
And it was there and that's why for me, um, I don't come to the church for any person. I don't do anything for any person. I do it because of what I found and what is like something that I can't, like there's no amount of money that could take the place of that.
Mhm.
And it was there, we were able to accept Christ and then from there build ourselves up. But even in that, we've still experienced so much
Oh yeah.
loss, right? And so for us, the ultimate, for me, I feel like the ultimate loss was when we lost mommy,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And that may not necessarily be like a childhood trauma, but that's a trauma that I feel like had a toll on us. And so I've talked so much about childhood trauma. I want you to talk about like how did you feel even as an adult losing mommy and how that also affected you?
That it that there. I don't think it's just childhood trauma. There's also adulthood trauma
Right,
because I would say for so long. I mean, mommy's all we've had. If you
right,
really think about it. So I remember when she got sick, or when she was sick and she was in the hospital. I remember, I was taking, I think I was taking a bath, and I was praying. Of course, I was always praying, saying the whole Betuna, right? And I was just saying, I was just like, you know what, God wouldn't, take her
right.
because there's no way God would leave us with
As
nobody.
orphans, right,
So I was like just praying, said she would get better and stuff. So I, I just never, I never ever thought that she would go. But
hmm
I think what I guess traumatized maybe um, me was when she first got sick. I just thought it was just she was just sick and
right,
the whole betono. So I never ever thought of the worst ever
right. That was never an
until
option. Like,
ever until that day when we had that first meeting with those doctors.
yeah,
And I was able to think about when she first, how long she's been in the hospital, and the fact that she's been in the hospital and has never had a good day. She's just gotten progressively worse. And I'm like, whoa, wait. So this is possible that we could lose her. So
Right.
then I'm thinking all these things in my head, like, oh my God, like, what are we gonna do? Like, it was just so crazy. And I feel like being able to, it sounds kind of crazy, being able to watch her, like, kind of go like this, I think kind of helped me, even though it took me about 5 years to feel like I've been able to kind of move forward and I can laugh and think about the funny things that she used to do or say. Um, it was good for me to be able to be there to see that, you know what, she was sick.
Right.
It was just her time to go. We tried everything, but it was just her time to go, because I was always thinking, like, what if it was just one day she wakes up, we wake up and she's gone. Like, I think I would have been more traumatized by that than the trauma that we had when she, or that I had when she passed. And when she passed away, what is that?
Is that your rice cooker?
I, David, yeah, air fryer.
Sister, I can't like. Okay, what it was. I can't with you.
I was here for say it too.
I can't.
No, so when she passed and after she was buried, I'm telling you, my mind, the way, and they say the mind is very fragile.
Mm-hmm.
So if you sit there and you let things, get in your head, and your mind starts playing tricks on you, why share about them? Because I
It's
literally thought, say,
no, you will.
maybe about them.
Yeah.
Because all I could think about was just, it was just so many things.
Yeah.
And one day I was sitting here, I was working from home. I was sitting on the couch, and the way my mind was, I just had to snap out of, like, something told me to get up
Get it. Yeah.
and go out. Because I would sit in the living room, it would be dark. I'd just be sitting there watching TV. Even when I would see a commercial, I would feel like the commercial had something to do with, you know,
Mm, yeah.
it was just such a bad time. And so I think it was after 3 months after she was buried, I went out and tried to just kind of do some work outside and just try to figure my way back, into the
Yeah.
real world, because it was just like, oh my God, like, literally don't have a mom, you don't have a dad. And it's just you and your kids and your sisters and their kids. Like,
Right.
how? And so, like,
Right.
when you look at everybody else and they have their moms and their dads, and you kind of feel some kind of way. But all
Yeah.
I could say to that is, um, if you have your parents now, you need to appreciate your parents now. You need to love on
Absolutely.
your parents now, because when they're gone, they're gone.
That's
That's
it.
it. They're gone. No matter,
No.
whatever. Just just take all that in. I wish my
Yeah.
mom was here, Kasa Dodo, and
Right.
doing all this stuff that she used to do.
Right.
But I can't go without say, God has just been so gracious to us. You know what I'm saying? And our family, and in
Yeah.
everything that we've gone through, because I believe that if we didn't have God, I don't know where I would be. And I know that's the same for you,
Yeah.
because nyame ahwɛ yɛn. Nyame akyɛ
Uh,
sɛ nyame wayɛ bi ankasa.
It's true. Because I feel like even with like for you, you seeing her go through what she went through helped you. But honestly, it did not help me. I'm woman cry. Like I felt more traumatized seeing her go through that than not like, I would have rather not seen that. Because I feel like when she
Really?
yeah, I feel like when
See,
she
I don't
passed.
know how I would have been able to move forward if, like, one day, yes, it will.
No,
Like,
because
what?
it would no, okay. That makes sense. I mean, that part of it makes sense that it was a
Yeah.
fragile. It was like a one day she wake. That's understandable. But for me, I felt like when she had passed away, first of all, it was unbelievable to me. I feel like the day that she had passed, I wasn't like we went to your house and I wasn't crying, and people were like, "Nana, you have to cry. Nana, you have to cry," and I'm like, I didn't like. It was kind of like it wasn't a believable thing. It was like
Yeah.
I didn't think it was real. I think I was just. I feel like I was like you're saying, it can really mentally have a toll on you.
Yeah.
And so when I got home that night, I was taking a shower and I was like, this is real, you know, and I was just bawling. I was crying. But I felt like even after she had passed away, it took me years to be able to even sleep and sleep like and be okay. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it was a lot to go through because I feel like we lost, you know, so much in the past. We've lost so many people. I thought it was not even possible for her to be one of those people.
Yeah.
But I also feel like going through that, I feel like it also caused me to, for a while after when mommy passed away, I felt like emotionally I was like numb.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have any feelings for a lot of things, right? Like when people would like say things and I should be sad or something about it, I just was like I didn't know how to feel. And I remember talking to Pastor about this before we came into ministry and stuff. And I remember talking to him, he was like an elder. And I was talking to him about it, and he was like, you know, that's not good. You need to really talk about that. And so I remember we used to take moments where I would talk about it. And I had to pray myself to find peace with losing her. But I feel like all of these things, we go through so much trauma as children. They have effect on how we act and react. We go through so much stuff as adults. They kind of have an effect on how we also react. People see certain things in us and probably feel like, oh, we don't have feelings or, you know, but I feel like if you don't know my story, if you don't know where I've come from, if
and
you don't
this
know
is only 40 minutes of the story. I mean, there's been so much that we've
this story,
over,
look,
you know.
For me personally, I've joined 40 years in 40 minutes, and I didn't get up the whole 40. And sister, yeah, she has much more. Like you would even talk about a huge part of what you had to go through. So we might have to talk about that next time. Yeah, but the thing is, it's like so when people they don't understand why you are the way you are, that it baffles me sometimes. You get what I'm saying?
It's just crazy because people just, I mean, of course, judging and just making up stuff and thinking they know stuff. But the thing is, you just don't know what the person has gone through.
Right.
Okay?
You don't know.
Just because they're not out here just dropping tears does not mean say they don't feel.
They don't have emotions, right?
Like, because half of the people that are dropping tears, they are called crocodile tears.
You know what?
Crocodile tears.
Thank you. No, it's true. Like you people don't know, but the thing that I think is important is that we need to understand that people go through things.
Yeah.
And some people are able to talk about these things and find healing, and some people are not able to do that.
Yeah.
If we just had an ounce of compassion for people, it would go a long way.
A long way.
You know what I'm saying?
Judging people.
And stop being so quick to judge. Oh, this person's too this person's too that. We need to stop being so quick to judge and pray for people.
Yes.
A lot more, right? And then for us personally, like if you find yourself going through certain situations, understand that it is okay. It is okay for you to feel hurt. It is okay for you to feel sad. It's okay for you to be upset. It's okay to feel however you're feeling. However, it is also equally, if not more important, to deal with those emotions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Instead
don't hold
of suppressing them. Yeah.
Yes, don't suppress those emotions and how you're feeling, and don't suppress what you've gone through just for the sake that people won't think you're weak, or people, you know, you don't want to tell people your business. Even if you can't tell somebody in your household, find a therapist, find someone that you can talk to so you can talk through this, because people go through stuff. Like, sister, like honestly, like sometimes when I sit down, like we have gone through a lot.
Yeah, but this is what 40 minutes per any amamu. Just imagine.
And in the course of it, air fried chicken.
My side air fried fish. My air fried fish.
I would think that after the fish episode, I fish cry, I wouldn't deeply grab you. You know how long it took for me to eat fish? Yo, what then? You know how long it took for me to eat fish? Not fish cry, not yummy.
Just that, we've been traumatized. And so that's why I feel like right now in this age or this generation, I feel like parents should really encourage their children
to talk.
To talk. Tell me how you really feel.
Yep.
Like, how was your day? What happened here? Like, let them talk because you don't want them to suppress. Because you know what? They're not going, and not everybody's going to go through this and come out with thick skin or come
Yes.
out being able to do you know what I'm saying? The mental health
Childhood,
stuff is
yeah.
really real.
It's real. Childhood
Really,
trauma
really
has
real.
left to depression. It has left
Yeah.
to people committing suicide.
Yes.
People,
Yes.
because of childhood trauma, people are not able to trust people. It's
Yes.
suppressed marriages. I mean, it is
Yeah.
a world of things that could happen.
Yeah.
And so, like you're saying, let us normalize our children talking about things. Let us normalize even adults being able to
Yeah.
talk about things. Let us
And not ending up in a WhatsApp chat group.
Thank you. I was about to say that. And let the emotions or the talks of these people stay between you and them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because people go through a lot, and it makes us who we are. And to God's glory, we're able to stand and testify about some of the things that we've gone through. Which is not even, I don't even think it's even 25% of what we've gone through.
It's
But
25%
yet,
say what? Me say what? I say so. This is not even 3%.
yeah. But God has
We've
been
gone through
like
a lot. But
God
you
is
know what?
good. God
Yes.
is good. Like God is
Yeah.
so good. And that's why I say that, I always say that with everything I have in me, I am going to use to serve him because there is no amount of money
Yeah.
that I could use to pay him. Like
Yeah.
if it was left to the world alone, cause it's that.
Oh, ka baby and na me di enka me wo me na na fie animu ho was South.
Ton credits.
Airton credits. Ka me te kiosk bi achi airton credits. Na say me te hanom. Na me sorry anapa me nam Ghana. Napa na me nam hanoma. Enye nyame, who is it?
It's grace. And
Hey.
she said, when you name by Adum,
Oh.
Adum, Adum,
Adunya
Yame.
menya.
Oh, Adum
Adu
na
na meti.
metiasi.
Emuna
Emuna make it
ameke
come.
kameu.
It's only grace, oh.
Emuna
Sister.
meyemadi. Ye be praises crack am.
Yeah. Why are
Adi nyina so to face. Yeah.
yeah. Why are So this is just
Adi
a
fupa.
part one.
Ultimi. Stop
Sister,
me praises.
Mr. Time. So what
Ultimi
is it?
stop me praises.
EP, EP, no. Even say no on
Oh,
fat
EP way. Wafa
EP.
organ nimra. Organ no way.
So this is part one. I think we need to go back and talk about what I spoke a lot about. I kind of hijacked this, but I'm sorry because in our sister chats, I like to express myself. And so I want to also give you a chance because I feel like your story, everyone's story and perspective is different.
It's very different. Yeah.
So I also want to give you a chance. So this is part one of how some of the things that I went through, some of the ways I felt, and you shared some of your experiences. And so we're going to dive a little bit deep into that next episode. But we just want to reiterate that childhood trauma is real. Childhood trauma has an effect on how the person that you become.
Yeah.
And childhood trauma should be dealt with. And as parents, we need to open that communication. And we need to understand, in as much as though we as parents may be going through certain things to take food on the table and those and things like that, get our kids to school, our children are equally going through things that we need to help them through. Because if not, we don't know what can happen. And so we are praying for everyone who's going through any kind of issues, who's experienced that same grace that helped us to get to where we at will also help you all. We've been here for 48 minutes and we've taken your time. We apologize, but these are conversations that need to be had. Sister Yame Pacho Kabibi. Amen.
Next time, part 2, I will share a little bit. Maybe I'm not going to take 48 minutes. What's of Mama Kasaba? I'm not going to take 48 minutes to even just give you you will get the full story just by the little snippet that I will give you.
Okay.
AT, with that being said, we thank you all so much. Don't forget to like, share, comment.
Yes.
Share or share. That's your good deed for the day. It will be a good deed. Comment.
Papa. Good, do good.
What?
Do good.
Do good. Until next time.
And so be blessed. We love you all. Bye.
Bye.
It's that chat, come join the fun. Laughing, sharing, everyone. Heart to heart, but never apart. Together we make the best of.